Thank you for asking me to be at this very important workshop where I and other participants have been able to learn a lot. Regarding your question, you know that not just in Bangladesh but also in other countries of the developing world, childhood malnutrition is a huge problem. Stunting strikes everywhere. There are many reasons behind this, and we have seen that one of the problems is complementary feeding. The food that is given, that is supposed to be given to an infant after 6 months of age, after the period of exclusive breastfeeding is over. But we see that food insecurity, poverty, lack of awareness, these are very common in Bangladesh and also other countries. Along with that comes the issue of, water, sanitation and hygiene. And all these relate to a condition we call environmental enteropathy, which is believed to be responsible for about 40% of all childhood stunting. Therefore, we thought that for children who come from food insecure households, children who are from poor households, we should have a food that should be based on locally available food ingredients, and that should be nutritious and, more importantly, should be ready to use. Now, what does ready to use means? This means that a mother does not have to cook the food, she does not have to add water to it, she just can take it and give by spoon to the child, whatever the child requires. And this ready to use food does not require refrigeration for storage. You can keep it under ambient temperature conditions for 8 to 12 months. It was a long process. First of all, the development. We didn't have the expertise and the experience, nor are we food technologists, so we had to start from scratch by developing a food processing laboratory. But finally, we were able to develop 2 ready-to-use complementary foods, one based on rice and lentils and the other based on chickpea. Both of them conform to international specifications for improving growth and nutritional status of children. So after we had developed this, we then tested it for acceptability among children in Dhaka, Bangladesh. So this was a community-based acceptability trial, and we compared these 2 ready-to-use complementary foods with another local non-ready-to-use supplementary food, which is known as pushti packet. Pushti packet, by the way, is made of cereals and it contains little bit of oil, but there are no added micronutrients. We use the hedonic scale, which is a 7-point scale, and we used both mothers and the children. We found that the 2 ready-to-use complementary foods were much better than the local food supplement in terms of overall liking by both children as well as their mothers. After we had done this acceptability study, and by the way, we also did some laboratory evaluation to look at different aspects of acceptability, and this was published in a very reputed international peer-reviewed journal. So after we had done this, we thought that, well, we should now go and see how does it relate to improved growth of children. So along with Johns Hopkins University, we did a large community-based efficacy trial in the northern part of Bangladesh in a district called Gaibandha. There, among more than 5,000 children, we did this efficacy trial where we had 5 arms. 2 were this ready-to-use complementary foods that we had developed at ICDDRB. The third was wheat soy blend plus, which is a supplementary food promoted and distributed by the World Food Programme in different parts of the world. The fourth was a commercial and international complementary food which is imported called Plumpidos. And the fifth was default, just nutrition education. Now, all these 5 arms received nutrition education, very intense nutrition education. What we found that after 12 months of supplementation, starting at 6 months of age, the ready-to-use complementary foods, they did much better than the control, which is not giving them any added food. But by far, the chickpea and the plumpidos, these two did much better compared to the others. They reduced stunting to the point of 5% and 6% over a period of 1 year compared to control. In all the 5 arms, stunting progressed, but those children who received these ready-to-use complementary foods, the rates of deceleration of stunting were much slower, and this was statistically significant compared to controls. We also looked at morbidity, whether intake of these foods was related to morbidity or not. We did not find any increase in morbidity. Another important question that came to our mind was displacement of normal food or breast milk. And to our surprise, the intake of these foods over a period of 1 year did not result in displacement of any family food or mother's breast milk. Multiple micronutrient sprinkles. This is a very important intervention for anemia, because the countries that you are talking about also have a very high transmission of anemia, most probably nutritional anemia, iron deficiency. So the sprinkles are very important. But research has shown that the use of sprinkles, although it reduces anemia, it has got no impact on growth, on linear growth or ponderal growth, okay, in improvement in body weight. So therefore, this is an important intervention with a specific focus of reducing anemia.